Good evening, one and all. It's a Friday, it's the end of the working week, and today we have got ourselves some more good old Minecraft. And it is a really tranquil menu screen, isn't it, Ladybug? It's a beautiful one. Welcome on in, one and all. Hopefully the stream's going to be stable. It just blinked there for a moment, but I think it's going to be stable. You carefully. There we are. Hopefully everything should be fine there. Well, welcome in everyone, welcome. And I think my cat has knocked that light. That was a little bit... It's that side? Yeah, it's that side. There we are, that's not as harsh on me now. Cats. Anyway, welcome on and all. Welcome on in. So yeah, there is indeed some kind of a drop happening. I only learned about this a few days ago, and I'd already planned to do a Minecraft stream today, so that is quite the surprise. But yes, indeed, it turns out that if you are watching any Minecraft stream for 15 minutes throughout the period that this is active, you get yourself a cape in-game. And if you purchase a sub, so that's either a paid sub for yourself or a gifted sub, but not Prime subs. If you purchase a sub during such a Minecraft stream, then you also get yourself a glitch mask too. I'll be honest with you, I've not seen what they look like, but I can get a good idea given, you know, Minecraft overall aesthetics. But yes... So that is a thing that is available to you all as well. So sit back, relax, connect your accounts of course, and enjoy the extra cape action. Yes, indeed. Yes, hey, that is indeed the Twitch glitch, and what I imagine is somewhat involved in said mask. Yes. Anyway, let's return ourselves to the Flower Valley. Although, if I recall correctly, we're not going to log in there. Nope. We are in fact not at the Flower Valley right now. Flower Valley is that way. Yo! Alright, we'll get to this in just a moment. Adam, Alec, thank you very much for the 10 gifted subs going out to the community there. That is amazing, my dude. Oh my word. Let me just... let's use that so I can tab over here. My word indeed. That's gone out to Stroganoff with Beans, what a username. To Scape Richard, yeah, there we are, to Primed Reaper, to It's Ark, to Ray Spellfang, to Sakura Tokito, to Av Holmes, to I'm Shanks, to Loki Lothbroke 80, sure, and to Zenix40504. Adam Alec, thank you very much for the 10 gifted subs there, and welcome on in, by the way. Welcome on in, indeed, absolutely. And that, if you got your accounts connected up, should just have got you a glitch mask as well. That'll be unlocked for you. Absolutely. Daito with a big old I don't know what the um's for. I'm sure Daito will finish that thought at some point. Today I'm doing well, thank you very much. Hope you're doing well yourself. Hope you're doing well yourself. I'm going to click on that so I could tab away and just make sure everything's going through nicely. Yep. Looking all good there. Cool. Small correction, you don't need to connect your accounts. You get a code to redeem on the website instead. Oh, okay, is that how it works?
Tranquil vibes. Thanks for making a rainy Friday that much more relaxing.
My absolute pleasure there, Gorilla. And my word, 23 months of support. Your very next month is going to be full pot 2. You're going to have a brand new sub badge next to your name next month as well. Gorilla, thank you for continuing support here at Tier 1. I really do appreciate it. Cheers indeed. Oh yeah, so Ladybug saying apparently you'll get a code to redeem if you are indeed eligible. So there we are. That's how that should work. Fair do. Right, where we have loaded it at the moment, projects I've done off stream. This absolutely unethical contraption is because I got a little bit tired of trying to make everything work ethically, and it turns out that it's just, where do you draw the line? Turns out, nowhere. So, I gave up. The Flower Valley has given up its ethical qualities. Let's face it, how much did it really have them? I did my best, but it's just... The tedium on it is designed to be too much. If Microsoft wanted us to have an ethical option, they would have made an ethical option. Instead, it's all about crap. So now we have prisons. And we have 3 of these dudes held in their prisons as needed. So that we can get value out of them. If I recall correctly, I gave them all some names. Let me see. Check this right axe first. Nope, that was the wrong axe. That's the right axe. Hello there, Horace. How are you doing? You having a good time in there? Yes, you are. And we have over here... Are they all Horace? Nope, that's Barnaby. Hello, Barnaby. Another one doing a good old job. And who do we have in here? We have Clyde. Now, I have no idea why those 3 names are there. But Horace, Barnaby, and Clyde, there's Pigman in prison, in cells here. And this whole contraption is actually set up as a bartering farm. Oh, yes, indeed. The non-humans have jobs? Yes. They are prisoners with jobs. That's what they are. So this whole setup here, this is where all the looty bits and pieces come on into. Now, I've yet to set up the automatic feeder for this, but the gold goes in here, here, and here. And then this ugly-ass circuit, I know I could use a hopper clock, decided not to. This ugly-ass circuit, when I flick it on, basically is just a timer to fire everything as needed. And when I turn it off, it locks the system so it can't go any further. Yeah. Are masks enabled? Masks should be enabled, yes indeed. So if you are looking to get the mask, you'll just need to support the channel with a purchased or gifted sub. That should do the trick. Stream lagging? Is it lagging? Oh, fuck. Here we go again. Alright, steady down, stream. Steady down. Why does this happen? I don't know what causes this to happen, but sometimes the stream just goes, oh, I'm not going to work now for a bit. It should be stable now, but what the hell? Whereas with constant buffering, if I knew, I'd fix it, honestly. This isn't the first time it's happened, and each time I've checked, there is no information given. There is nothing that explains to me why the stream just... There it goes again. There it goes again. What the hell? My least favourite thing when it comes to programs that have indicators for there is an issue is when said program then doesn't actually explain why there is an issue. It just goes, yeah, something's wrong. Tell me what's wrong, then maybe I can try and resolve it. Probably a Twitch end? Maybe, but I, again, have no information on that. It just says, nope, we've dropped 1,977 frames so far this stream. That is 5.5% of the stream so far, which is an absolute ludicrous amount. Oh, there goes another few frames. Now we're at 2,000 frames dropped. Is it going to give me a reason? Like hell it will. Ugh, stupid. But it only happens on some streams, seemingly at random. And right now it is perfectly stable and live and running, so I don't know what's up. Yeah, so we're just going to have to plow our way through that one. I just need to set these things over here. Everything should be coming through fine now, I say. God knows how long that'll last. God knows how long that'll last. Anyway. Troubleshooting is important. Twitch, give it tools, fix it. Not just Twitch, my streaming program. OBS also needs to give me that information. Because OBS is the one reporting half an issue to me, and it's just not giving me the actual info on it. Anyway. Now, the reason this is here, and we've got just some very precarious scaffolding just right next to it, is that this scaffolding heads somewhere. So, rather than use rockets, I'm just going to dramatically ride our way up here. So we'll just leave those guys down there, make our way up in the nether. Now, this is going to be a bit of a climb. I'd look up to show you the climb, but I don't want to. So we're just going to slowly climb our way up. Bit by bit. Normally you'd see why I fly this, but we'll get there eventually. Don't you worry, we'll get there eventually. A little bit further. A little bit further. A little bit further. A few more blocks. I didn't realise quite how high up it was. There we are. We have hoppers. We have structure. We have quite a lot of hoppers actually. Slightly overkill, but it makes sure that the flow rate is sufficient. There's also a fire at the end, because why not? And we have more ethical construction. It's not, absolutely not ethical construction. We have the beginnings of a bit of a wonky gold farm. Now, I could have looked up guides on how to make a gold farm, or I could just use my ability to make things on a whim. So what I've done here is only use what I know about how the game works. Nothing else. Just what I know about how the game works. in order to construct this. And I know that zombie pigmen like to spawn on this. That I know putting a roof over it stops gas happening. And I know that they can all get very, 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 very angry if you let them. So let me demonstrate what this does. This is a two-part farm. This has two different modes of operation. It's currently set to manual mode, so let me switch it to automatic mode. And that requires me to do this. We'll just sneak into here. We flip this, this, this. Oh, well done, mate. This, 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 and that. Okay. It is now set to automatic mode. We should probably get rid of these guys, but you know what? They will be how we trigger it. So, let's turn the farm on. Just get rid of these ones who are right here, because they're in the way. And now, the farm is going to automatically run. Yep. Now it's just going to automatically run. So I don't need to do anything else now. I will constantly gain the loot. I will constantly gain the XP. And they all just constantly spawn and flow in. We've got this guy here, guiding them all in. Now, there is a slight deficiency with this farm in that they need to push themselves down a bit through automatic mode, but it's fine. Oh, the noise? Oh, yes. I should probably turn that down a bit, shouldn't I? Let's go, hostile creatures there. Magma slimes? Yeah, unfortunately I built the farm slightly incorrectly. It causes magma slimes to spawn. But they're fine. Well, that couldn't have been better timed. That could be better timed. Hi, I do work for streamers at an affordable price. Would you want some for you? Absolutely not. Thank you very much, Amelia. Please do not promote your stuff on my stream. Cheers. They just leap to their death? Oh, no, no, no. They don't leap to their death. Because they're slimes. They don't take fall damage. So they're fine. And because of this guy and his lovely little pen there, he doesn't despawn, and he can constantly see me, so he constantly gets all the others angry at me because he's seen me commit a crime. The crime of hitting one of the others. So they keep on pouring through. Now this is set to automatic mode, which isn't the most effective. I also need to expand the area with more magma blocks to increase the spawns. But you can see the general idea of the farm. But we can improve on this rate, because right now, I mean, it's feeding in. Also, I haven't actually explained how they die. I wonder if any of you are familiar enough with Minecraft. Many of you will be. But I wonder if any of you are familiar enough with Minecraft to see how they're dying here. What's killing them? Why is it that they're falling in here? Overcrowding? I mean, overcrowding is technically the answer. Specifically, you see these three minecarts here? These three stationary minecarts? They are the reason that friendly creatures sound is off. They are the reason that friendly creature sound is off. Now, first of all, there is an interesting implication there that minecarts use the friendly creature sound. So, minecarts are creatures. This is part of why everything to do with ethics is just out of the window. Minecarts are creatures. According to the sound system, minecarts are creatures. But yeah, these three minecarts are in fact not three minecarts. You see how it's a little bit glitchy there, graphically speaking? Each one of these holds something like, I think, 24 minecarts. So what you are seeing here are so many minecarts in one space that anything that sets foot in there instantly dies to the damage. Well, maybe not instantly dies, but instantly starts taking lethal damage. In the course of a few seconds, they perish as they are crushed by so much iron in one spot. And yes, that is a lot of iron. That is a heck of a lot of iron. I have spent basically my iron on it. It is called entity cramming. And all of that then feeds into the hoppers, which are directly underneath those minecarts. We got one hopper chain going across here and into that spot. We got one hopper chain that goes across further and then in here. And one hopper chain that goes across the back all the way to this one. Because at full pelt, this farm needs 3 hopper lines at once to be able to handle all of the loot that's spawning. All of that comes into these item filters. And that means then we get our nuggets. We get our rotten flesh. I might use it at some point. And we get our gold bars. Gold bars... Hello, filter. There it is. Gold bars has not yet ticked up enough for it to start filling that in. Alright, I mean, yeah, I literally told you no. So now you've demonstrated you're not going to listen to me and you get banned. Fuck off. Excellent. I always love it when they give me a reason to ban them. What's royal flesh good for? So you can feed it to wolves, because it's food that they're just happy with. They don't get poisoned by it, so that can help to heal them up. Or you can just give it to villagers, trade it in for emeralds. I guess that the cleric sanctifies it or something. I don't know what they do with it, but they take it for emeralds. I don't have much of a use for it, but hey, it's resources, why not? It stacks up very neatly, so I can put it in there. I could at some point get myself a whole bunch of cleric villagers just here to trade with at a later point. So, let's set the farm to manual mode now. Because you see, with my design here... Oh, not like that. With my design here, it's actually really easy to switch mode. I just have to flip the trapdoors. That's all there is to it. Just flipping the trapdoors makes it... Now, they can easily come through here. They can walk across this safely, rather than dropping into that pit of doom. And underneath this carpet is a whole bunch of hoppers connected to the loot system. So we just sneak my way back into here. There we go. Ready to activate the farm. I just need to grab a bow to get the initial activation. In they come. Doing a little one. That set me on fire. You little fuck. You spawned with fire aspect. Okay. Say hello to manual mode. Now, because of a looting sword, the actual loot on manual mode is a lot higher. A lot higher. And because of the way I've set up the farm, they actually do just come straight into death, so there is no pushing needed, they just come straight up to me. And you'll notice, because of my use of slabs and positioning, this guy here can still see me. Because he can still see me, he continues to make them all aggress to me. And because they all aggress to me, they keep on moving in, I keep on causing more loot to spawn. And yes, it is also an XP source. Both modes are an XP source, which is unique about this kind of farm. Because when they are aggressed to me for any reason, they then count as a player kill if something kills them. And that means that I still get the XP even in automatic mode, it's just not as quick. Now, you can see I do need to expand this farm. The farm needs to be expanded so that I have more spawning areas, so that more of these guys can flood in. But otherwise, for the purposes that I would need it for, as an individual, because I'm not like running some Hermitcraft server, for an individual this is just sufficient, quite frankly. Let's get rid of the Lillands. Lillands are a right pain in the ass. They can occasionally get just close enough to hit me. Yeah, you see all the loot just dropping down and going into the system. So do the swords automatically get smelted down for nuggets? No. Instead, the swords, because they do not get filtered through the rest of this, they get all the way into that there. And when they get into this here, this detects that it... sorry, this line here, let me do this properly. Hey! So, this line here detects when this has something inside of it. I won't demonstrate right now, but I can show you in a sec. It'll detect when something is inside of it. That sends a signal which is heavily delayed to make sure it runs properly and doesn't constantly make too much noise. That'll turn on this piston, pushing the observer across. These two observers create basically just a constant tick of pulses, firing this dispenser into the fire. So all the items in it will be detected, fired into there, and it'll keep on firing until it detects there's no more items with a bit of delay, pulls the observer out, and shuts it off again. Did I say, man, that redeeming the code makes you feel dumb? I mean, that's not a good sign if it's that complicated. I'm sorry I've had that issue with it. I haven't actually tried it myself, but yeah. So let me demonstrate an item going in there. Hua. Let me demonstrate an item going in there. Hua. Simple as that. You hear it lights up, it shunts the observer in, tick, 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 it keeps on firing until there's nothing left, and then jump, done. Yeah, it's just fire a bunch. Bah! Simple as that. So that's what I do with all the other drops. Anything that is unstackable, anything that is not basically a bit of gold or flesh, all of it, all those swords just get scooped up into there, straight out the other end. I don't need them. Grit saying, I buy the organisation, but I feel the pain since the efficiency is low that it could be its source can be smelted down for more gold nuggets. Yeah, so here's the problem with that, Gorilla. You would need to fuel it, you'd need to have a fuel setup as well, and that farm, if you're going to have the fuel automatically fed into it, would also need to be spawn-proofed so as not to cause any issues with the rest of this farm operating. Not only that, but each single sword will be smelted down into one nugget. One singular nugget. Do you really think it's worth setting up an automated fuel smelter array for a single nugget per sword? Put it into perspective, you can hear this thing go tick, 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 tick when a sword goes in there. So, let's turn off the hostile sounds entirely. So you should only hear that. Ooh, sorry, you're gonna need to, there we are. I think some fell off the side. Listen for the ticking. And you'll hear how many swords there are. You can see a few are spawning, but like 9 swords are needed to make 1 golden bar. That's just not that much. Oh, that one appears to have fallen out. Whatever, it's a sword, I don't care about it. It can just despawn. I'd say not only is notification not letting you copy the code. Oh wow, that's fun. It requires you to include the dash. That is unusual. Okay. That's Microsoft for you. Microsoft sure do know how to make products which are just slightly annoying enough that you wonder why they bothered. Yeah. But as you can see, this is a simple farm. It's not perfect. I've not designed it to be something that goes on to a YouTube tutorial for everyone to use, but it runs the same basic principle as any other gold farm. At least one that uses direct aggro on me like this. I'm going to say, just try to redeem the code. It says it's already been claimed. What? Alright. If you do exclamation mark cape, then there should be more information on that page that may help you out on that, Gorilla. Exclamation mark cape has the full details as to basically how that promo works. Why they couldn't just do a drop system, I don't know. They could have literally just done a drop system, but hey. They went for the code. So yeah, it's a workable enough farm. As you can see, I do pick up a couple of the items myself just being stood at the front there. It's not a problem. But it generates the nuggets, as you can see, coming through there. And has this filter filled up yet? It's nearly filled up enough to start putting gold ingots into here. Because that filter is a very basic item filter, using some glass panes, because glass panes are not going to come through the system. And so that just operates. So yeah, overall should do the trick. So that is that unethical farm out of the way. We can stop worrying about that now. Let's smash myself into the ground here. I'd rather not, but I have smashed myself into the ground here before now. And when we get down here, let's clean up this little bit of mess that has appeared. Oh yeah, some pigmen fall off the farm in their rush to try and get to me, so there's always XP down here as well. It's weird. Nope. Okay, that was a big jump. Ow. Okay, that was a big hit. These things are surprisingly painful. There we are. A very manual way of farming up some of that as well. Don't need the button. Grab the magma cream. They're useful to me. Magma slime from earlier? It is indeed, yeah. They drop down out of render distance, and they just kind of sit here until I come down myself. It's all kind of a thing. And if I thought... I've got some of the gold on me, so just a quick demo of this working. In fact, use that to make more of it. There we go. The idea being, when I've got a whole bunch of gold saved up, I'd put a third of it into here, third of it into here, third of it into here, and then I just set this running. They pick it all up. The signal ticks around at the back there, perfectly timed. They trade, and a new item comes to them. Just that simple. It's on just the right timing that they keep on going around it. And it doesn't matter if it runs out of items in the dropper, like this one here. It'll just run whichever ones are still ready to run. And when I consider it finished, I just turn it off. Now this is all running off a single hopper line in here, so it could theoretically get a little bit backed up. You can see it's still... Oh, just finished putting items through. But yeah. A very basic piglin bartering setup. And again, I know. I could have used a hopper clock here. Oh, did I not pick that up? I could have used a hopper clock here rather than this setup, but yeah, it's the materials I had to hand. I had kind of spent a lot on hoppers already. I was kind of running a little bit shy on that material, although I seem to have picked up more iron since, so maybe I wasn't. Maybe I'm complaining too much, who knows. Let's head ourselves out of Nether now. I'm going to fly along this little patch here. Let's just take a moment. That is a combo gold, XP, and I guess a small emerald farm that then leads into a further farm for other materials. We're going to say very good placement of farms too. You descend from the gold farm with fuel for the piglin tray farm. Nice. Yeah, exactly, that is the design of it. That is exactly the design of it. That's why I put it there. It was also fun and games getting those piglins on the nether roof. Oh, it's always nighttime when I come out of the nether. Always. It's fun and games getting the piglins onto the nether roof because I didn't want to try and drill through bedrock and find a way to bring them up there that way. So instead I created a small platform of netherrack, fenced it in so that nothing that spawned there could get out of there, and then just carefully watched it. I would have pigmen spawn, more often I would have zombie pigmen spawn. I'd just keep on killing the zombie pigmen until I had enough normal pigmen spawn that I could then run the farm. I stopped at 3. I was like, you know what, 3 is enough. Because I only built a very small platform. That is impressive, Daitai. Yeah, Microsoft doing absolutely everything wrong that they could do wrong. Wonderful. Anyway, so that is one of the expansions which has happened since the last stream. I have also continued to make some bits and pieces of changes. I mean, we've got a portal over here now. This one goes up to the nether roof, whereas the portal over here... This one that used to go to the cubby shack in hell, now because of portal mechanics goes to basically the netherite mine. I basically had to put it all the way down here so that the other portal in my base would go up to the nether roof. Otherwise I'd have to put the portal to the nether roof right the way at the top. And I just didn't want to put it all the way up there. Access to the nether roof feels more useful to me than access to this. So this unfortunately has to suffer. Oh, okay. I didn't expect there'd be something up here. There are torches. I left the door open. This is where the portal used to be. Why did I leave the door open? I've got gold on? Yes, I have. Good. So yeah, I did used to have 3 pigmen here. You can see exactly where they were. You can see one of them remaining. Hello, Poldrick. There was a slight problem with this setup, a problem I didn't anticipate. Because right now we've got pigmen and skeletons and they happily coexist. No problem at all here, right? That is the problem. One of these guys spawned over here, walked across the soul sand, and managed to murder the two guys in here before he got killed by other nearby pigmen. Mirrorlabe, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. Welcome on in, Mirrorlabe. You've just earned yourself, to my understanding, a code for the glitch mask. So, Mirrorlabe, cheers indeed for the 5 gifted subs there. Those have gone on out to Ancient Salmon, to MR01, to Telhaigo, to Atsuko Akira, and to Shirokarasu7. That is a lot of... That seems like there's a disproportionate amount of the Japanese, or at least Eastern-sounding usernames right there. Fair do. I don't know, it just stands out to me today. Mirrorlife, thank you very much for the gifted subs on that. I really appreciate it. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well today as well. You got free stuff only for sub. I mean, I wouldn't say only. Subbing is still a very nice thing to do. Definitely supports the channel. Hoglins are hostile to piglins? Yes, they are. They are wild, angry beasts, and they will attack piglins, and piglins will attack them. And the piglins will dance in a very stupid manner when they kill a hoglin. It's kind of wild. Separate to all of that, there have also been other developments in the area. I have developed nothing about this. I think this is the same as it was last on stream. That just rolls around. This farm is surprisingly resilient to logging on, logging off, going different areas. It just keeps working. I don't need to make any changes to it. This, on the other hand... yeah, this keeps breaking. This keeps breaking and I don't know why. Or rather, I have half an idea why, but fixing it seems to be a problem. Is it currently broken? I think it is currently broken, yes. Yeah, that's one block out of position. It's currently broke. I think it's something to do with me logging off when it's mid-operation, or leaving the area when it's mid-operation. I think that is what breaks it, annoyingly. And there's not a lot of ways to get around that. It just, yeah. I love using inspect element to grab my cape code just for the drop. Oh, God. It's really poorly set up, isn't it? It's really poorly set up. God damn you, Microsoft. God damn you. Right, let me just clear my inventory of some of this stuff I do not need to be holding. Just shove that into my auto sorter. I'll keep you, need you. And that sorts that all into there. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. So let's unscrew this. I really need to find a way to make this more, god damn it, more resilient as a farm. I can't keep having to come into here to fix it, but for now I have to. I think to fix it, I should just need to go... yeah, okay. Easy fix today. Thank goodness for that. And this is so set up. You see that a bunch of bamboo gets stuck on top? That's where the obsidian comes in. Drops it all down. Little solutions. Now let's forcibly send the minecart. Normally the minecart will be on automatic. You see, lever up. The bamboo farm is on. But sometimes I need to force the minecart. Again, if I've just not been in a local area, it breaks. And sometimes I do need to give the minecart a little shove if I've logged off in the area as well. It's not a perfect farm, but it functions. And how it functions is a little hidden bit up here. And I say hidden, I'll need to fix this. Don't bury it. This right here, daylight sensor. As daylight changes, by the slightest amount, observers in there detect that. That fires off a signal, which tells this farm to launch. And if the minecart is here and ready, the minecart will launch off as well. But with that, you see the minecart has landed here now. The minecart is unloading all of this, 2 sticks at a time, because it's designed to land slightly over the next hopper. So it unloads twice as fast as just a single hopper would. It'll empty all of that, but whilst it is emptying, it detects the signal there, turning this signal off, turning this off, which blocks the signal coming through here. That same signal is connected to the daylight sensor. So the daylight sensor will send off the minecart only if the minecart is empty and therefore ready to pick up stuff. So you see right now, the farm is creating more items to pick up, but it won't send the minecart until it's ready. So in this case, it'll just empty out. Once it's emptied, which should be just a moment longer now, about another 30 seconds. Once it's fully emptied, the piston will extend the block into position. It will allow redstone circuit to be connected up again, and so when the next daylight update happens, the minecart will be able to go off. And there we are. We see that it is now in place. So that's off. This is on. That is on. There's the ping, and that has sent off the minecart. All by the power of the sun, technically. By the trigger of the sun, but we can call it the power of the sun, right? So yeah, and that gives me an automatic bamboo farm. And with said automatic bamboo, I can then have myself as much bamboo as required, and the bamboo with a single hopper filters through into this chest here because I realised I needed the extra storage. Solar powered bamboo farm. I mean, I'd imagine most are. Curiously enough, this farm is the exact opposite of real-world bamboo farms. Everything but the bamboo is solar-powered here. The bamboo is powered by torches. Go figure. But so far, so good. Little developments here or there. That's to give me a whole bunch of fuel, to give me infinite wood that'll just supply myself. It's how I've been able to afford all the hoppers, because I just don't need to constantly cut down trees. It's brilliant. It's a very simple farm and can be expanded as I need it, but mostly, again, for a solo world, how much infinite resource do you need? It's all just time in the end. And that goes along with the farm we have still up here from well earlier on. Give us a sec. Oh, hit my head. This one, which has given us a whole bunch of gunpowder and string as well, and the occasional bones and arrows. I'm still not sure how the occasional skeleton spawns. It must spawn on a spider is all I can figure. Spider jockeys are just able to spawn. Hello, Cosmo. But yeah, you can see this farm just happily operates as well. None of these farms are perfectly efficient, and I don't need them to be. They are simply good enough. Now, annoyingly, through all of these farms and all this production and this beacon, I don't even remember, was the beacon shown on stream? Did I show you guys the beacon on stream? I'm sure I did, yeah. I think that happened last stream. Despite all the development, one crucial thing I have still not found, a bloody Mesa. I still have not found a single goddamn Mesa, which means I still don't have terracotta. I just wanted some terracotta. Yeah. Like, to be honest with that wooden beacon. I mean, the beacon's not here. The beacon is down there. Like, all the way down there. Shaz was saying, why not implement the carpet technology to filter any additional spawns, but creepers, so your farm becomes purely gunpowder? I didn't know that the carpets would stop spiders. Because spiders are shorter than creepers. Are you sure that carpets will stop spiders? Or would I have to do carpet on every other tile to make it where there's a grid pattern? Is that what you're saying? Because if I did a grid pattern, I would... yeah, okay. That is what it is. So, yeah, if I did that, that would definitely stop the spiders. To my understanding is it also impacts the rates of creepers spawning. Oh, cool. That's to indicate that everything's been sorted out of here. That is good. So it impacts the rate at which spiders spawn to 0, but the rate at which creepers spawn, because the number of tiles that can start this spawning algorithm is reduced as well. At the end of the day, I don't know if it's really worth getting rid of the spiders and therefore losing all that string income as well, because string is useful, and on spider eyes. I'm not sure it's worth doing that to theoretically maybe increase the amount of gunpowder. Sawing systems push notifications. It's important. It is important because if this gets overloaded, if I put too many items in, it breaks. If I leave the area whilst it's running, there's a chance that it breaks. So, yeah. May not be impacted since there's an entity limit. True, there is that. It's not exactly the biggest farm, so it's not likely to hit the entity limit that quickly. But yeah, it's overall, it could be made more efficient in terms of just being pure gunpowder. You are absolutely right on that. You are absolutely right on that. Like I say, it doesn't feel worth it to me for the fact that the string isn't exactly a negative. I can still pick up a string. Which could ride Minecraft spiders too, they're cute. I suppose there's probably a mod for that. Yeah, monster taming or what have you. There's almost certainly a mod for that. Yeah, in terms of gunpowder I have, I've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and a bit stacks of gunpowder. Which will give me about 55, maybe 56 stacks of rockets. I'm not going to go through that many rockets that quickly. Just a little bit of AFKing here fixes any amount of rockets I go through. Here's Gum. So unless I wanted to go absolutely crazy on TNTing things, which I don't, yeah. Just want to say, speaking of mods, have you been interested in doing a modded playthrough? I feel like you'd enjoy Create Mod, its various editions. So this is something I've talked about a few times on stream. I am aware of mods like the Create Mod. I have seen them. I've seen gameplay of them. However, I've opted to stay away from them at the moment because I have basically not exhausted everything available to me in vanilla. I have only done some of the farms available to me here in vanilla so far. I mean, this hasn't even been set up to a proper farm as yet. This is still a work in progress. I was wanting to move over and go with the whole ethical villager setup. I've given up on that. Villagers are just ridiculous. They are utterly, truly ridiculous. I don't just mean getting villagers to move around and whatnot, but honestly that is also a pain. But I mean the trades on them is so absolutely bonkers setup. Just getting that like walls and roofs. I like open plan stuff because it means I don't have to finish it. It means I don't have to get the resources to wrap it all up. I'll get around to roofs as and when. Roofs and walls are just so, you know, mundane, such basic. Oh, fuck off, basically. Hello, Chuck. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. And cheers. Thanks for the hydrate. They were saying the fact you can craft string into wool instead of wool into string bothers me. It's nitpicky, but still, yarn spinning is an actual thing. Shoving string into blocks of wool less so. Yeah, I get you on that. And again, there's probably mods to fix that kind of thing too. Reverse crafting is almost certainly a mod. I don't believe you can exhaust Minecraft content, so there's so much technology that look crazier revolving in Minecraft. Exhaust doesn't mean you've done literally everything, but exhaust as in you've reached the point of there is precious little left of interest to me in vanilla. I have not reached that. Yeah, it is interesting that rain is coming through here, isn't it? That's, you know, I'd never noticed that. I actually never noticed that. Yeah, because the roof is a lie. That's why that's happening. That part of the roof is carpet. And carpet doesn't stop rain coming through. I wanted a nice slope across, but I also needed lighting. And so I needed to do that. To be able to fit the lighting and have the wall theme to it. Yeah. Torch is going to be one down. Well, then they'd have to be there, and then the lighting wouldn't be exactly where I want it to be. Hey, Chuck, if you want to run your own Minecraft world, you're welcome to do so. You're welcome to do so. Also use lanterns? I could use lanterns. Anyway. Yes, I know. It's normally not a raiding world. I normally have the... fuck it. Screw y'all. It's my world, I'll do it how I damn well please. Anyway, I was talking about villagers and just how absolutely ridiculous they are. Hi, mate. So, this here is the crux of why I gave up. I think this actually perfectly encapsulates it in just this one trader. There's nothing else I need to go to. This one trader shows it. The default trade, we can see, is 4 iron for 1 emerald, and then 19 emeralds for this one pickaxe. Which means that I would need normally to go out and get 4 times 19, that is 76 iron. 76 iron to get 1 diamond pickaxe. Or you let one zombie come in through here. He gets a little bit nibbled on. You give him a potion. You give him a golden apple. It looks all right as rain again. And next thing you know, it is no longer 76 iron for 1 pickaxe. It is 1 iron for 1 pickaxe. A 76-fold reduction in cost is ludicrous. Ludicrous. Pep Luton, cheers to the hydrate. And to be quite honest, I just kind of reached my limit with it. For all the bits and pieces. For a mending book, 18 emeralds I think that one was. Now it's down to 1, which means that's come down from 72 iron to 1 iron for a whole mending book. For glass trades, they are now just 4 times cheaper, and so on and so forth. And it's like, this is ludicrous here. And it wouldn't be so bad if getting these things otherwise was more accessible. Now, getting a diamond pickaxe, that's not too hard. Getting a diamond pickaxe is actually pretty easy. Getting a diamond pickaxe is something that creators do episode 1 if they're doing a series on Minecraft. You don't need to worry about it. But there's all the other stuff. And most crucially, that is special enchantments like mending. The ways to get mending are absurd. You could either set up a villager like this one, and even at just the 18 emerald trade, it is ridiculously easy to get. Or you can fish thousands of fish out of the ocean, bearing in mind you'll also want a decent fishing rod for that in the first place. Or you can go exploring and hope that it'll appear in some chest that you open up in some distant location. Yeah, I think that's about it, actually. If I recall correctly, that is about it. Fish thousands of fish, travel thousands upon thousands of blocks, and even then maybe not get it, or get 1 villager. For one of the most absolutely important enchantments in the entire game. Further still, you then have things like Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 5. Those ones you don't need to go through the whole process of getting your rare spawns of loot. You can just go through enchanting. Except if we just demonstrate that for ourselves for a moment. I have nothing to enchant. Ow. Crossbow. Feck it. Like, oh yeah, that's great, let's go get our stuff. And then you go through this RNG process, burning up your levels, burning up your lapis, constantly cycling the item, and if you try merging them together, you get this prior work penalty. So now not only are you using an anvil to merge multiple items, losing the base item in the process, this prior work penalty also means that in destroying the anvil, you destroy the ability to repair the item, or to combine other enchantments into it. You reach a point where the item cannot be maintained. Or you don't deal with any of that, and you get 1 villager. A few for different enchantments, sure, still works. You get a few villagers, you buy a few books, you put them on the item, including mending, and you now have a permanent item. A permanent, powerful item for having a few buck boys over there. And the best way to do that, the absolute best way, out and out, no contest way of doing that, with no alternative available, literally no alternative available, is to see to it that they get attacked and mauled by a zombie, and then painfully brought back from the dead. These guys don't offer a discount out of gratitude. They offer the discount out of fear that you would do it again to them. Let's be real about it. Hey, am I saying the next patch also makes it possible to guarantee a mending villager? Yeah, you have to get the villager in a location where villagers don't naturally spawn, so there is extra effort to it there. And cool. Alright, so they're balancing mending by making it where the most reliable process becomes a little bit less tedious and instead a little bit more work. So rather than taking this thing that everyone wants and tries to use and balancing the other things upwards, they're making the thing we have worse. Microsoft, in a fucking nutshell. Microsoft in a nutshell right there. Of all the decisions they could go through, rather than having an upgrading enchanting table, they could easily make an upgraded enchanting table. Getting the basic enchanting table is actually really basic materials all told. It's 4 obsidian, 2 diamonds, and a book, right? I feel like I'm missing a piece. 4 obsidian, 2 diamonds. No, yeah, 4 obsidian, 2 diamonds, and a book. That's it. That's all there is to it. It's a very simple item to craft. So there could be an upgraded enchanting table. And so it'd be very simple to create an upgraded enchanting table. And with said upgrading enchanting table, you know what I would do with that one? I'd make it where you actively craft the enchantments. So, for example, you'd have, say, oh, I want to put durability onto this, whatever it's called. Unbreaking. Well, what is a very unbreakable item? Diamond. So, in order to create that enchantment, we put the item in. We put a block of lapis, we put a block of diamond, and then we spend however many levels are required to get that level of it. Boom, locked in. Simple process, you require the items and require levels, and then boom, you have it. Block of diamond, block of lapis, and then probably like, in terms of levels, you could do triangle distribution. So, for level 1, it would be 1 level. For level 2, it would be 3 levels. For level 3, it would be 6 levels. Level 4 would be 10 levels. Level 5 would be 15 levels. That would still be cheaper than combining them 1 by 1 by 1, so it would be desirable. Crossbow, block of lapis, block of diamond, 15 levels. You get efficiency 5. Oh, sorry, Unbreaking only goes up to 3, so 9 levels. Unbreaking 3, job done. That'd be great. As opposed to the random. Random would be your cheap way of getting into it. This would be the way of locking your way into it. And that doesn't require mistreating a whole bunch of villagers. Oh yeah, Microsoft recall feature? My god, absolutely the EU would shit on that for the invasion of privacy that would entail. Yeah. And then, the other way that I would improve on things on this regard, you know, with villagers and the whole books, they just kind of spontaneously learn these things, both under the current system and the new one that Microsoft has proposed for Minecraft, which they'll just have specific ones they have. Where do they spontaneously learn these from? Why is it only those specific ones? You know what I would do? You speak to this guy. You speak to any of them, they will have a blank spot for enchanting. A blank one. Maybe they start with some basic enchants, but nothing more than basic. You hand them a book, an enchanted book, and you replace that trade slot with that enchanted book. They learn from that book how to make that enchantment. And I would expand that to all villagers of all types. So everything the cleric could do, you could teach him different items, different recipes to trade for. You'd create the trades that you are looking for, because you would express to them your desire for it, you express the demand, the villager goes, well, I will create the supply then. Literal business. And yeah, let's briefly touch on the Microsoft recall feature, because this is a big deal for anyone who's not in the know. Microsoft is in the process of setting up a recall feature for Windows 11, which would use its AI, I keep hearing that everywhere, but whatever, use its AI to basically just keep on screenshotting your desktop. It would screenshot your desktop, it would capture all the details on your screen, and it wouldn't just screenshot it, it would then use its program to scan that screenshot for information to store, such as passwords you might be typing in. What? So, creating the next level of a keylogger to record everything you are doing so that you can recall it. These things shouldn't be stored. And yeah, it's opt-out, yeah. These things shouldn't be done in the first place. You absolutely do not need your computer screenshotting everything you are doing and recording that.
Amazon Prime sub seemed like it should go here.
Petfluted, thank you very much for dropping your Prime sub over here on the channel. I will say that does not get you the glitch mask, just to be very clear on that. Prime subs are excluded from that. What's the bees? But otherwise, Petfluted, thank you very much for your support on the channel here. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the lovely bronze badge next to your name now. But yeah, I really hope that this recall feature gets absolutely canned, and anyone who came up with it told in no uncertain terms, what the fuck is wrong with you? That is absolutely insane, and I don't understand how Microsoft spend all this time and effort creating products that actively cause problems. Just give us the operating system that is secure, and if developers ask for better tools to make their programs run, give them those tools to make their programs run. No one needs these recall features. No one needs some bonkers-ass Microsoft store. Just give us an operating system. We'll take the rest from there, thank you. They would say, if someone raised on Linux, Windows feels apocalyptic, it somehow keeps getting worse. I was also raised on Linux. I switched over to Windows because at the time, when I could, the offerings on Linux were insufficient for what I wanted and need to do. And to be honest, I don't think enough has changed on the Linux side to pull me away, which is part of why Microsoft continues to do this bullshit. Linux communities tend to have a slightly ridiculous amount of gatekeeping to them, which is off-putting. The distros can be just awkward to work with, and a lot of smaller programs just simply aren't made to work with a Linux environment. Yes, I know Wine exists and things like that, but it's still jank. I am not in a position to deal with that amount of jank, which is where Windows wins for me. But it's the only place where Windows wins. Yeah. It's screwed up. It's just screwed up. Shane saying, the entire concept of AI PC is also just completely ridiculous to me. Did my thesis related to AI? It's not what business folk think it is. Most other people for that matter. I mean, AI is itself a broad term, so there's different applications and use of neural networks and how they can be used. What has come out of AI development is in many parts incredible, but at the same time, a lot of people are mistreating the tech that's been developed. For example, those that seem to act like a language model is anything other than glorified text, predictive text. And it is glorified predictive text. Yeah. How hard is it to go from only knowing of Linux to understanding and using it? Installing Linux isn't that difficult. It really isn't. Using it for basic home office stuff, no problem whatsoever. If you didn't know any better and were handed a Linux distro that just happened to have a very Windows-looking skin applied to it, just the cosmetics, you would still have what looked like a start menu. You would still have your web browser, whether that be your Chrome or your Firefox or something else, but not Edge. You would still have your word processor, you would still have your spreadsheet program, you'd still have your ability to watch DVDs if you shove them in, if you still use DVDs. All of that lot. For any reasonable Linux distro, it would just be another operating system. You'd barely have to notice a difference. Naturally, if you don't have a skin on it that way, then you would see functional differences. It would be like going from Windows to Mac, or maybe from Windows XP to Windows 10 in terms of the layout, where things have gone. But that's it. Where you notice the differences is compatibilities, much like going from a Mac to Windows or vice versa, where some things work on one system but not on the other. That's the difference. And that's where things can get awkward. That's where you go, oh yeah, I'd love to use this program. Wait, it's only on Windows and Mac. Or someone said it can work on Linux, but I have this Linux, not that Linux. There are different Linuxes? Ah, that's another thing to learn now. Yeah. So that's the barrier for me. Should I say Microsoft is this close to breaking the trust with the majority of its user base and I'll never get it back? You say that. Microsoft's been involved in scandal after scandal. That ain't happening. You can swap back and forth from Windows to Linux. You can have both on the same PC. There is such a thing as dual booting. So you could have, when your computer starts up, it just simply asks you, hey, do you want to go into Windows or do you want to go into Linux? You just pick and off you go. Ta-da! Linux is loaded. Oh, you wanted a file that's on Windows? You don't need to switch to Windows. If it's just a file, it's on your computer. You can just see it. Linux goes, yep, I can see that there. I got the file. And likewise, Windows should be able to do the same in the other direction. Programs, you need to shut down and go into the other one. But for just files, yeah, absolutely. It would just be there. If anything, Linux can access the files easier than Windows can in some cases, such that if someone has forgotten the password to their Windows computer and installs Linux alongside the Windows computer, the Linux system is able to then look at the files inside of the Windows login and go, oh yeah, I can read those. Do you want them? They're right here. What's the password? That ain't my issue. Which is also partly why when someone says if someone's got physical access to your computer, they have everything on it. That's why. At that point, you can just get around it all. That being said, hate to bring it up when it's not the game of the day. Is Warframe easy? And if not, do you have a video? Warframe is easy. It's also difficult. Warframe's easy to get into. Difficult to figure out the questions you should be asking. But that's where guides come in. If you head on over to my YouTube channel, as it's just been linked for you by someone else there, the very front video, when you head over there, assuming you're not a subscriber, is a 1-minute short, what to do if you're new to Warframe. And that gives you the start. Oh, you mean installing Warframe on Linux? Haha, yeah, you didn't actually say that. Now I know what your question is. I have no idea, and I do not want to touch that. I have absolutely no idea, and I do not want to touch that. Because games and Linux has been my biggest sticking point. In fact, being raised in a Linux household rather than a Windows household is, in no small part, the reason why I was never a Minecraft YouTuber. Because I had a old Frank-computer running only Linux, with, at the time, the difficulty of getting Linux to cooperate with things like Java, and to get Minecraft to run, let alone have access to even slightly reasonable video editing options. For someone from an otherwise low-income background as well, just kind of threw the oil on the fire to that. Shaz was saying Windows can't read Linux files because Microsoft is very stuck on NTFS. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, you may be able to play Warframe nice and easily on Linux, or you may be able to play Warframe with some difficulty on Linux. It's hard to really judge, as someone who's not been part of that myself for a very long time. Oh, I need to book that up. But especially because if someone says, yeah, it's easy, you first have to double check, okay, is it easy or is it easy for someone who already knows what they're doing? Which is so very Warframe. So very, very, very Warframe. Anyway, let's drop off some of these bits and pieces I'm carrying. I want to quickly sort out the... Let's just shove this all in here for now. I want to quickly sort out the bamboo so that chest doesn't start to get overly full. Let's just craft these up. I should have a crafting bench. There it is. Do that and there. So as you can see, that's just giving me blocks upon blocks of bamboo. And each one of these blocks of bamboo breaks down into 2 bamboo planks. So those are half a stack of logs in comparison, which is pretty nifty. Say that this is fully automatic wood. I've effectively got 2 and a bit stacks of logs there with no effort. Yeah, autocrafters would take this further. I looked into turning on experimental features like autocrafters before their official release, but that required downloading a world edit. And... How? How did it... How? Okay, sure. Yeah, that require editing, world edit, something like that. I just can't be bothered to go through all that stuff. I really just can't be bothered. I know it's going to be relatively simple to solve, but I just didn't want to go through that process, so I'll just not have the autocrafters for now. That's fine with me. So, the issue now is that I would like to move the villagers over from their trading bazaar into a more developed trading apartments. I would still like to move them over to this idea. Even though the whole ethical side of it is kind of bunk, I could still have them set up. Like this guy here, he is available to trade, and he's got his own apartment behind the wall there. It's exceedingly bare, but it's proof of concept more than anything. And also I don't want him running away. So that's why it's like that. I would like to set up this area with it. Now, originally I wanted to make that out of something nice and colourful. I was going to use terracotta. That has kind of fallen through because I can't find any bloody terracotta. And I know I could slap the seed into some tool and just bring up where terracotta would be. I feel like that's cheating, quite honestly. I feel like that's cheating my situation. To just know the answer. At that point, I might as well just hit spawn terracotta. Can you craft terracotta? The process to craft it would be quite something. So, what is the actual process? Oh, I'm just gonna open up that guy so I can go terracotta Minecraft. Obtaining from crafting. Yeah, so a block of clay makes a block of terracotta when smelted. So I would need to find a lot of clay for that, and then smelt it, which is that's not a small ordeal in itself, to be quite honest. I mean, I've got bits of clay right here, a little bit of clay here, little bit of clay over here. That's not even clay, that is. But you see, these aren't exactly huge amounts. So I'd need more substantial than that. Or I need a clay farm, and then I still need to smelt it all. It starts to feel like a bit of a process. Make dirt to mud, use pointed dripstone to dry it to clay, then smelt it to terracotta. This full process can easily be done, granted to take some time. Okay, yeah, that is the other option. Is that I could, similar to how I've got dripstone here for my lava, I could set up some big old circuiting system here. A system which would give me, hand me water bottles so I can then turn dirt into mud and then shunt the mud along. The mud can continuously go around the system to be dried out on the dripstone, and then when it's dried out, move it into a collection spot. Ugh. I make mud from dirt like this. We have water bottle. We have dirt. Mud. That's how. Apply water bottle, get mud. Those non-stackable water bottles. So now you need a process to go through all of that. And then, as someone points out, you put it over dripstone, and then dripstone will drain the water from it and turn it into clay. And then that clay can be smelted into terracotta. And then we have our terracotta. And that... I would prefer to just find a biome full of terracotta. I will be very honest with you. A biome full of terracotta seems like the preferable option here. Except that it's been an absolute pain in the ass. Couldn't find a lily pad. They can't find a Mesa. Your seed is cursed. My seed is amazing. Except for when it isn't. Some mob drops. I need you. There we are. Let's just get this out of my inventory. Okay, I filled up my let's not sort this yet stuff. I need to shove these through the system then, evidently. In you go. In you go. There we are. Right. There is stuff in that. It's occupied. Occupied. Well, I have an empty one. This isn't Warframe? Correct! Yeah. So, a Mesa biome would be the best. A Mesa biome would be the best. Now, I've searched in that direction, and in that direction, that direction, and that direction, and that direction, and that direction. I think I've gone that direction and that direction. So, like, yeah. Also, yeah, Mason villager army is possible, but it's still a lot of Mason villagers. They don't give you a load. Rare to see me in another game? It's not rare, it's uncommon at most. I do Variety Friday. Every Friday is not Warframe. Wednesday and Sunday is Warframe, and the rest of the week is spent on either making YouTube videos or living the rest of my life. Believe it or not, I do have one. But yes. So, part of me wants to try exploring further and hoping maybe this time I can find one. Something tells me that's not going to work. Now, I do have in here a whole bunch of obsidian, and then I have some bits and pieces. Is this... That's not what I need. That's not what I need. That's good for mining. It's not what I need. I need a flint and steel with me. The idea is that I could go out, find a Mesa, set up a return portal. Now I have access to another roof, so that then I can come back to it easily once I found it. That's the idea. This is fully vanilla. Full vanilla. So... And I did try making some blind portals out in the distance. I found a birch forest, I found a snowy area, did not find what I needed. So let's be ridiculous. Let's, once again, take to the skies and try and go a route I've not gone before. Maybe. Maybe. We'll know I've gone at least somewhere different when it starts struggling to load in chunks, which might also kill the stream, we'll see. I'm not going to get distracted by large caves or possible deep dark areas as much as finding some Underdark city would be lovely. I'm not going to get distracted by that. I'm not going to get distracted by random little villages. I have pretty much everything they can offer me at this point in time. Or better. I will get distracted by desert temples. But aside from that, there's nothing really out in the ocean that needs to be of interest to me, neither. Did I bring my compass? Is my return compass in my chest? Yes, yeah, I do have my return compass. Okay, good. Had me slightly concerned for a moment there, but no, I'm fine. So yeah, let's try going for a bit. And so far we're not somewhere new, so yeah. You need to compass when there's F3 print screen. I again prefer not to use the meta to play the game. So meta tools like F3 screen, I prefer not to do that, except in exceptional circumstances like with portals. Portal linking, you need to know the exact coordinates to get it on point, unfortunately. But for general navigation, I prefer to keep it in-game more. Tuka Myra's so excited for the possibility I've gotten lost already. Yeah, I'm so good at getting lost, I make sure to have the compasses. I specifically mined loads netherite, not for my armor, but for lodestones so I could navigate back home. Both in the nether and the overworld. I have 2 lodestones before I have any netherite armor or tools. Isn't there a show coordinates option in Java? There is, right there. Oh, hello. Although this could be of interest. I will allow myself to get distracted by this. Knock knock, anyone in here? Hello? Oh, that's a yes. Ow! Okay, fair enough. Didn't think he'd hit me from there. Nah, might need it later. Don't burn it. Don't burn it. Don't burn it. Yeah, I've seen other people with coordinates top left as well. I don't think it's just a bedrock thing. And then there's a million mods if you want to go that route as well. Again, it's still very meta. So I just don't use that. It's just exceedingly meta. Again, I only do it for the portal coordinates because portals are themselves so bloody finicky. Again, such a weird design choice. I get it, but it also just makes them a pain in the ass if you don't do it exactly right. Okay, so now we know that I've been here. There's an active portal. Ah. I need a different direction. Hi, sheep. So, knowing me, I probably would have continued that way. So I'm going to try taking an off angle from that. Faces again activity? Yeah. I mean, past me probably had a look at... Oh my god, wow. No, okay, I am going to get distracted by this one because, wow, that is big. Oh my. Oh my, that is... Oh. I mean, it's hard not to get tempted to at least have a little bit of a look around. I mean... God, it's just still... Geologist brain takes over? They're saying geologist brain. This is just admiration of the world brain. Geologist looks at this and goes, you fucking what? I'm sorry, no. Granite next to diorite, next to dirt, next to untyped stone and just random coal spots? No. 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 Geologist brain does not like this. Not at all. Game Explorer brain is like, things. Things. Look at all the things. Oh my, and there is a mine shaft down there as well. Ah, that's brilliant. Anyway, don't want to get too distracted. Don't want to get too distracted. But that was cool. Now we will float again. Have you considered doing non-Warframe content on YouTube, or you'd rather not mix things up too much at that point? I have dabbled a little bit in non-Warframe content on YouTube to absolutely disastrously poor results. Which has confirmed for me that something that should be pretty obvious, really. Something that should be pretty obvious. One channel should be about one thing. Yeah.
So you're telling me I get to support one of my favorite creators, and get a mask? Sign me up.
Absolutely there, Saf. Absolutely. You should have access to a code now, which should be very finicky to use. But once you get past all the bullshit Microsoft puts in the way, you can indeed have yourself a mask in Minecraft. Enjoy. And thank you very much for your support on the channel here. Appreciate it. Oh. Cheers. Alright, we're going to continue floating around. Yeah. Cool, I've not been to this one. Let's take the gold block. Yeah, it turns out that if you make a channel dedicated to, say, Warframe stuff, and then you post a video about not Warframe, people tend not to react too positively to it, and most don't even click on it. That should be pretty unsurprising. Assuming drops of Java? It's just a case of if you watch 15 minutes you get a code. Nothing about it said Java, so I don't actually know. But I would be surprised if it is Java locked. Got it. I'll be surprised. Speaking of Microsoft bullshit, what do you think about the whole recall AI thing they plan to add soon? So yeah, we covered that earlier. It is absolutely an abomination. Should not be allowed. I hope that the EU absolutely shits on them for even trying it. Quite frankly, it is a privacy nightmare. Oh, we're loading new chunks. It's a privacy nightmare. It is operations nightmare. There is nothing positive it brings. Nothing. For what it then costs and consumes. This on top of the whole switch to Windows 11 requiring a certain type of processor, which is going to make a whole bunch of perfectly good computers become unsafe e-waste. Because as soon as the support for Windows 10 ends, it will no longer be a safe operating system to use online, which will make every computer that is stuck to Windows 10 at most no longer appropriate for general consumer use, which is terrible. I think my computer is one of those affected by that. It's absolutely ludicrous what Microsoft's trying to pull. I didn't bring a bed with me. Yep, that was a mistake. Didn't think that one through. Gib. Yoink. Yeah, no bed here. Is there one in the chest by chance? Okay, there's a bunch of monsters on that island. Put myself here. No bed. Alright. Grab. Run. Ah. Who doesn't love having their sensitive data stored locally in plain text on a PC? I know. Absolutely ludicrous that they do it. Microsoft really are just coasting on the fact that Windows has such a powerful position in the market. Because their actual choices as a business are terrible in so many ways otherwise. Terrible. This is really putting a strain on my computer. It is not a powerhouse of a machine. It is a few years old and wasn't exactly high-end when I purchased it. This might cause us a little bit of stream issues. All I want is terracotta. That's all I want. Terracotta. Good old Mesa. All the zombies, including the golden pants. Village with bed. Oh yeah, that would have been helpful, wouldn't it? Oh well. Too late. Not going back for it. There'll be more villagers. There'll be more villagers. Actually, there's a bunch of sheep. They're different colours. Never mind. We keep going. Okay, there's even more sheep. There's a lot of sheep around here. You know what? Thank you. Thank you. You. Thank you. Ow. Got me. Bastard. That wasn't helpful. Oh, that's my first acacia. Alright. Hi, Zomb. Actually, you know what? Haha! You are defeated! Let's make a bed. I think I got one block too many, actually. But, doesn't matter. And... Beddington! There we are. That works. Bop. I'm going to leave this as a marker for past me, for future me to see. Just a little tidbit. Shev's saying, I hate how Microsoft's early market model made them over 75% market share just by teaching Windows at schools and at corporations, which probably were the best people to sell personal computer with Windows 2 at the time. Yeah, that, and it was a functional operating system. For all the ill will that could be directed towards Microsoft, they provided an operating system that does what needed to be done. May not have been the best, but it's not about having the best product. It's about having a workable product, and then the marketing sense to get it in front of people. Marketing is half of business. How many fireworks did I bring? I've got more inside the ender chest. And worst case scenario, I've got the ender chest and death. That is worst case scenario. I just want a Mesa. How far must one go for a single bloomin' biome? Apparently too far. Barely able to see the chunks as they load because we're going so quick. But it's necessary. Mesa's pretty rare. I've been searching for a while. This is like the 4th stream of searching. Not gonna lie. I've done a lot of searching for a Mesa. I don't usually have this bad of luck. I had a previous world which was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I had jungle, Mesa, red sand desert, normal sand desert, plains, birch, pine, all within like a 10 chunk radius, my base. It was incredible. Also, haters gonna hate. Worth it. 100% worth it. Yes! Okay. We have a Mesa. Oh. I forgot these guys are in the game now. Hello. Hello. Aww. That's a little thing, isn't it? Persistence is key? Absolutely. Looks like this goes on for a bit as well. This is nice. Yeah, it does go on for a bit. This is a reasonable biome. This should do us good for what I need. Right, let's just check what is over this way. Oh yeah, this is the good stuff right here. Oh yes. This is going to cater nicely to my needs. Shiny Need Arena saying, I wonder how much the lack of awareness about stuff like Linux Mint or Steam Proton contributes to popularity of Windows. Oh, hugely, yeah. Marketing is a big deal. There's also the compatibility issues, and then just the what one gets used to issues. Yeah. Right. I should have brought my beacon. I should have brought my beacon. Alright, you know what? Ugh. That's how far I went? Minus 6,278. Minus 7,323. Oh boy. That is a bit of distance right there. Minus 6,278. Minus... Yeah, it's... Good lord, that is a bit of a distance. Hello. I will be eating your entire biome soon. I'm sorry, working on a railway system? Railway, that's cute. That is cute. Right then. Make sure we got plenty of rockets. So now we have the location. We need to grab ourselves this. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. You and you, you and you. There we go. Portal set. But I don't go through the portal. Oh, no, 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 no. We don't go through the portal. Instead, we go home. Job done. That's it. That's all we needed to do. Need my compass. There we are. That's all we need to do. That's it. That's the entire job. We've got to the Mesa. Mission successful. We can just go home now. We're done. Puddles walk too, but railways are indisputably cooler. If they moved faster, it'll be nicer. But they don't move faster. Also, nothing stops us from doing a railway in the Nether, except again, lots of resources, and they're not very fast. How far can I go on a single rocket with this Elytra equipped? One rocket. And then think of all the materials spent on making a railway this distance. That'd be a lot of tracks. And tracks only go to where you put them. Elytra can go anywhere. So we're loading brand new chunks again. Because we're taking a different route home. What did I see? Oh, nothing important. But yeah, we travel. You totally draw out rockets when what you're doing too. Yeah, but I don't want to get there, you know, tomorrow. I'd rather finish the stream having done more than just float. That would be a bit of a shit stream, not gonna lie. That's why we're making it a little bit of haste here. I'm not over crazy on the rocket spend. Oh, hello. It's a nice cave down there. I'm going to go just around the edge of this hill here. A bit of risky with chunk spawns. Yeah, I'm going to skip that gold block. Yeah. It loads so slow in consoles. I mean, it's not exactly loading quickly on my computer. Penguin, I will have to hydrate when I'm not about to crash into the side of a tree. One sec. Get some extra height. I was about to say this should do as well for a bit, and then I just saw the trees appear close to me again. I just went up. Ah! I went up! How are the... Why has the terrain come to meet me? That's not part of the arrangement. Go down. Thank you. That was cheating. Need to turn a bit. There we are, that's towards home. Now we're across a lot of ocean. You can see why I had difficulty before on finding this bloody mesa. The amount of ocean in this particular seed is insane. Like, there's a lot of ocean. Yeah, Yo DJ is not available at the moment. Because we got the in-game music. Comes in and out from time to time, and it's just so nice. What's durability on the Elytra? Plenty. Absolutely plenty, but thanks for asking. Alright, we should be getting somewhat close. We're halfway. This is how bloody big this ocean is. We're halfway. Not halfway across the ocean. Halfway from the Mesa. More ocean. Like, this is an actual Minecraft ocean. Granted, it's not even as big as the English Channel. But it's still big. In Minecraft terms, it's bloody big. There we are. Bit of land again. For a moment. I'll not go too high, so we don't have just sky to look at. Yep. Let's get towards night time. For a beehive, we'll just have to leave that be. I have enough beehives now anyway, it's fine. And back to more water for a little bit. Whoop, okay, suddenly jungle. Suddenly jungle. Suddenly jungles will get you, yeah. Ah. Should be closing in now, is it? Oh wait, no, more water. There we are. There's a villagerino. Up. Sudden big up required. As you do. And part of the problem of where I live is that it's in the middle of a valley, so the terrain does suddenly go up there as well. I have to be careful on approaching that. Carefully does it. This is a huge birch forest. God damn. Just a pine field in the middle of the ocean, as you do. Ah. Soon we shall get to the base, and my god, is the portal tech necessary for this kind of a distance? My god. Hello, Solar Flare. We're doing alright. Hope you're doing well yourself. Just making our way back to base. Oh, hey, I recognise this one. It's not the one from earlier, but it's one I recognise. What a funky one this is. Let's just look at that. What? And then the way it opens up in here as well is just wow. Like, I mean, wow. Okay, this was not the biggest wow aspect of it, but the terrain that can form. Anyway. We're heading this way. Ah, fair do, Silver. Fair do. Hope it went well, and hope not too many wallets were empty to get that far. And we arrive home. Ta-da! Are you going to try the Warframe Minecraft mod? I am not. I have no interest in that, thanks. Okay, so what I need is the beacon and to set up an appropriate portal. Let's grab the beacon, then go set up the appropriate portal, see if it works. If it doesn't, I'm going to cry. If it does, hooray! And take it from there. I probably also want a whole bunch of wool, now I think about it. So, non-stackables, grab my magic shears. You know a man's serious when he's got magic shears. Let's just grab a whole bunch of this. Trust me, it is very important we grab this. Come on. Cheery, cheery, cheery. It's about the wool I'm going to get right now. Although a few are eating as we go, so that's useful. Alright, so I'll leave them to do some eating for a bit. I'm going to go get that beacon now. I need to make sure I remember to bring something to activate the beacon with as well. Although I do have gold on me. I think gold is sufficient. There we are. Need to remove this. Hello, Shinobi. Hey, I was hoping to catch you stream Warframe. You're also analyst when it comes to frames of weapons. Got an idea for total new Warframe. Put the link in Discord, the Warframe main section. I think my idea is a bit compatible with Warframe 1919. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll be quite honest with you, just straight up. I don't usually look at ideas for frames, basically fanfics of developments and whatnot. Simple reason being is that it's very easy to get carried away dreaming about what could be in Warframe and then forgetting to enjoy what is in Warframe. Unlike, say, Minecraft, where you can create a mod for what you imagine, you can't really do that with Warframe. Kind of mod incompatible. Nope, doesn't stop anyone else having a look at it if they wish to do so. Let's grab all this. Now, beacons aren't exactly the quickest thing to take down and set up, which is why you have to weigh up the value of transporting a whole beacon. They are not small items. It's a lot of beacon. Oh yeah. Necessary to get the full power out of it. Absolutely necessary. But for the kind of amount of terracotta I want and the fact that I don't want to need to go back there too often, this is worth it. Oh, bollocks. Put that back in place. I see, Shinobi, I see. Oh. I hope you understand we are in the midst of a Minecraft stream at the moment, so I will be taking a pass on that particular fanfic. I hope you understand. Go, and then we just pop. Seal that back up, and I need blocks to get me out of here. Bottom, bottom, bottom. There we go. My landing spot is still intact. Everything is fine. Yep. Beacon go whoop. Oops. Hang on. What the? I'm sorry. What? Grab it. Grab it. Why are my wings active? Why can't I not activate? Okay. Seriously, what? So weird. Anyway, there we are. Bloody wings. Ah. Never understood the idea of Minecraft. 52 remember playing Pong on the Atari. Playing this game would feel ancient for me. Did you ever play with Lego, Shinobi? Did you ever build bits and pieces as a kid and just, you know, put stuff together and go, man, imagine if there was just, you know, more could happen. Imagine if you could, like, be in the Lego worlds you made. Oh shit, I am. And then there's just enough moving parts to make it more than just Lego blocks, as it were. And then the idea is, interact with the world you have, make it your own, make it your story, make it your bits and pieces. From a tenor bazaar, from a trading bazaar, to an automated storage system, to honey farms and whatnot. Just bits and pieces. Cashtan's asking, what does the K stand for in the Kengineer? I'm guessing it's just wordplay of name and engineer. Actually, you're almost there, but you've kind of missed it. It's not a K. It's a Ken. It's my name, Ken. It's a portmanteau of Ken and the engineer. But I'm not actually an engineer. I'm a Kengineer. It is a fully coined word or phrase. I see, Shinobi. I shall ask no further. But in any case, this is the concept, you know. Turn make-believe and building blocks into make-believe and building blocks, but digital and 3D and a creative world. If you cannot fathom any means or concept of a creative world in which you can go to an item, pick it up, and put it down, if that escapes you, I'm sorry, I can be of no further help, to be quite honest. I would imagine that kind of aspect of it is plainly visible. And the rest, put it together. See which bit of it would interest you. Right, we've got our wool. I've also got a bunch of cooked... Oh, right, the sheep from earlier. Yes. They bravely gave their lives for this. Alright, let's put the magic shears away. Comes creativity and working on a sci-fi novel and into languages. Yeah, fair enough. That's your thing. That's your thing. You do that. Alright. Let's pop through. So, now we need to bring out the coordinates bit again. The coordinates earlier, 6278 7323. 6278 would be negative of both of those, I'm aware, is where we need to go. I brought 8 obsidian, not 10. I'm an idiot. Back in. Just give it the extra 4. We'll make an etho portal. I mean, if you're not into building things, Shinobi, then you're not into building things. It's a different kind of creativity. I imagine you are most likely not into coming up with brand new recipes for foods. You're probably also not that into investigating the minutiae of Cretaceous fossils, and you're quite possibly just not that interested in figuring out the ways and whims of the coupon collector problem. Different kinds of creativity. Okay, so I need to go negative X, negative Z, so it is that way. Let's go. I need to make sure I do not splat myself out here. That would be very, very bad. Take a position stop. 785, 915, 7. We're nearly at the 785. I'll just hop there. And then it would just be on the one axis. Oh, overshot. 785. So now we just need to go this way. About 700 blocks. Carefully does it. Carefully does it. Give ourselves another push this way. Coming into location about here. So 785, 915, 785. I've gone too far this way. 915. Here is where we want it. Now, this is where we cross our fingers and hope for the best. Hope that I've done this correctly. I may not have. We will soon find out. Ow. Also, I don't think I brought anything to protect this. Oops. Do I not have any of that on me? Nope, 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 nope. Okay. Let's see. I've not brought all the materials I should have brought, but it's fine. This is just for now slightly unsafe. For now. It's nighttime! Why is it always freaking nighttime when I come out of a portal? I have iron blocks. Those iron blocks are needed. They have a purpose. Alright. Why are you not burning? Oi! Oi! Oi, you there! Oh, he's got chainmail on. I couldn't tell at this distance. There we are. It's gone now. Ah. Get rid of that. Just so if I die, I don't respawn here. That would be bad. And now we need to reassemble our beacon. And I think this spot here is just absolutely beacon worthy. Look at it. Begging for a beacon right here. In fact, yeah, let's not go down any. Easier to stay up. Okay, so in terms of the beacon, it needs to be 3 by 3, 5, 9 by 9 on the base. Get starting on that. 1, 2, and bollocks, I slipped. 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Perfect. Yep, this is going to fit in the spot just nicely. Look at that. We have arrived in a mesa, and this mesa is going to be a grand source of terracottas. We're just setting up a magical artifact here, which will allow me to mine out the area much, much, much faster. It's very much worth it. And don't mind me whilst I create the beacon in a disorganized manner. It's just how I do. There we go. Now we need to make the next layer up. And then... Okay then. All the way out here. All the way out here. He has come to sell me some green dye, a cherry sapling, a couple lily pads, an oxeye daisy, a red mushroom, and a singular gunpowder. See. If you'll bear with me just one moment, chat. Bear with me just... What have I clicked on? Yeah, we don't want this screen. I want this screen. There we are. Right. Be right back, chat. Don't worry. Nothing is happening. The sounds of screaming have been removed. Anyway. Oops, wrong one. There we are. So, the trader has gone on his merry way. I have informed him that there was nothing of interest to me, and said, very well, sir, I will ply my trade elsewhere. Very polite. Very, very polite. Make sure I was okay? Yeah! That's all it was to it. Oh good, gold does work. There we are then. Right. So now, when I mine the terracotta, it's a little bit faster. Oh yeah, baby. That's the speed you're looking for. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel good? Oh. So if you have stuff which is quick enough to mine, a beacon can put it to the insta mine rate. And that means, as the name suggests, you instantly mine it. I have an iron farm, but I did self-mine a lot of iron. We did find an iron vein on a previous stream, which was kind of bonkers, that there was an iron vein. Not just a bit of iron, an iron vein under my house. Now, I don't want to wreck the area right next to the portal. That would just look silly. I'll just do literally everything else nearby. Oh. Mining underground used to be like this, but then they introduced deep slate, and that just makes everyone sad. I've stopped picking up stuff, so time to shulker. I also want to put a bunch of this crap in here. I don't need to be holding on to right now. Yeah, that'll do. Actually, I don't need to hold the wall right now. There we are. It's glorious just how quickly you can mine with this all set up. You can see why I went to grab the beacon now. You can see just the sheer value that it brings. Okay, I'll just grab all those other blocks that I hadn't picked up. This is how many blocks I was mining. I had to clean up my inventory, and then there's still this much just waiting for me. I didn't realise I'd mined for that long without adequately picking them up. Oh, it's insane. Imagine trying to get all the clay and then smelting this like someone was suggesting. This amount of clay. But then combine all the clay balls back into clay blocks, if I don't use a Silk Touch shovel. And then to go and shove that through a smelting array with how many buckets of lava? It'd be a bucket of lava per stack and a half. Yeah, I've done a little bit more than that. Just a little bit more. Oh, this is wonderful. And this block here, this can be turned into all kinds of colours. Simply saying it as an option? Yeah, oh yeah, I understand. Simply stating things as options. Absolutely, I get it. And I'm stating it was a terrible option. As evidenced by just how much better this is. Having found a biome, and you can see just how little of it I've really carved out. I'm just in this one area so far. I'm picking up this ludicrous amount of material. I mean, just look at the scale of that. It is grand. How much faster it would be with vein mining? For iron. If you get a good iron vein, they are rare. But if you get a good iron vein, oh, you can get, if you really look at the spawn, up to a couple thousand iron. You have a lot of iron in an iron vein. You can even spawn raw iron blocks, which is kind of wild. Especially if you find one before you've got access to fortune, because raw iron block at that point is worth a hell of a lot. Once you've got fortune, it's not as impressive, but it's still nice to have. It just still feels pure value. Look at those water leaking sounds, and I need to go to the restroom. Water leak. Oh, what, the pops? The Minecraft item pop sound when you pick it up? Fair enough. I need some light in here. There we are. Impromptu mining skylight. And I can easily come back to here as well because I've got the portal set up. Just say not what I meant. I meant there's a mod called Vein Miner. Oh, didn't know I was going to do that. Which lets you mine a whole vein of blocks as long as they're sticking. Oh, I see. So you just kind of go shift middle mouse click or something, and the whole thing would just boop, take out like a 50 by 50 block area or whatever you set it to. Fair enough. So people of terracotta, what does it do? So terracotta can be coloured, which means you get a whole bunch of different colours to build with from a single starting block, whilst giving you a somewhat consistent palette. They all have the similar kind of tone to them. And if you really want to go crazy, they can then be glazed through smelting, I believe. Glazed terracotta has some absolutely funky designs. Like, almost too difficult to incorporate into most builds level of funky, but still an option. Now, you can get various colours of terracotta naturally, like yellow terracotta, light grey terracotta, orange terracotta, but the default, this kind of pinkish terracotta, that's what gives us just the colourable block that can become whatever we need it to be. It can become whatever we need it to be from there. Alright, Shinobi, you have yourself a good one. Take care. Let's grab more of this. Just mouse shake my way through it. Oh, this is always just so satisfying, this Instamine stuff. So satisfying. And to think what we used to have for mining ores and stone. To think that we used to have unenchanted diamond pickaxes, and that was it. That was as good as it got back in the day. God blimey. I am so glad the game moved on from that. Interesting little crater there. As it do. So, scoop this layer out as well. Beautiful. Right, I think that should do for this particular trip. It's going to take a while for me to go through all of this terracotta, so this should do me, at least for now. And I am actually a little bit shy on inventory space now I think about it. Yeah, that's a little shy, because that's an entirely full shulker box. Yeah, I'm a little tight on the inventory space for what needs to be done here. Let's grab this. I think that's got some space in it. It has, good. Alright, we can just shove some in here for now. Not what that box was designed for, but it can hold it. So with that, I can then grab this compass, the one that's currently a little bit confused as to what the hell is happening. I want to grab the wool. Yup. And then we can pick this up. This pickaxe is going to need some repairing later. And let's tear down the beacon again now. This doesn't need to stay here. We can bring this back home. You see, this doesn't have Instamine, and that mining boost is probably about to run out. And you can hear a bit of a slowdown there, yeah. there we are. Mesa found, terracotta harvested. I've done quite the undercut there. And when we step back, you can really appreciate the scale as to just how much I haven't cut. I've just taken this slice out of this entire biome. So I can always come back here and get a lot more. Just brilliant. It's exactly what I needed. You can also see why I did it over here and not in the spiky bit. That'd be a little bit more awkward to mine through. Just a simple process, picking up the beacon. And now for the biggest layer. It accounts for probably half of all the blocks on near enough. It feels like it. 81 iron blocks on the lowest layer. That's a lot. And to think some people have legitimately in vanilla Minecraft gone out and made themselves a netherite beacon. That is a beacon with just over 2.5 stacks of netherite blocks. Everyone who has done it has the same single suggestion for anyone else who tries to do it. Don't. It is not worth your time. You will hate yourself for doing it. You'll hate playing Minecraft afterwards. It will burn you the hell out. Do not make a netherite beacon. Do not even begin to try to make a netherite beacon. Not worth it. Alright then. Let's grab all that carpet. I expected more, but this should be fine. Let's go into our portal. Pop ourselves home. Oh, actually, before we go, is there... There is a tree over there, that's good. I'm going to go grab that tree real quick. Unusual to have a tree so conveniently accessible in Mesa, but there we are. It's just right at the edge on a river. That one, this one, and that one. You hope to see me make a dirt terracotta farm, test on a large scale creative ones. Man, it was not worth it. It was a fun project. Yeah. So you see that bit where you say it was not worth it? That's why I'm not making it. Because I could make a terracotta farm. I know the mechanics of a terracotta farm. This is my terracotta farm. And it is just superior. No qualm, no query on that one. It's just superior. God, that looks like a tiny amount of work in comparison to the size of the biome. And it's so much. Alright, so we pop into here. First things first, that needs to be resolved. Let's do that now. There we go. Reason for that is now nothing can spawn on there. Very, very important to do. Can I say, I'm afraid that farm will incur diminishing returns the more you use it. Yeah, fun fact, I'm not building an entire server. There's not 5,000 of me. In fact, it's been a while since I've last been on this game. So I should be fine with one biome. Now we do this. Didn't mean to do that. This is where the compass comes in real nicely, because I don't need to track the coordinates back. Just doing it roughly every 3 bounces, so I have a good enough path back. 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Nah, it doesn't have to be perfect. That one didn't place, that didn't place, whoops. I don't care about it being perfect, it just needs to be a guide that I can follow without needing to use coordinate magic. Hoping I brought enough carpet for this distance. I'm sure I did. I mean, surely I did. I won't get lost because I got the compass home. It's just, if I run out, it's going to be more annoying going back. Oh, here we are. Compass isn't exact to the portal's location. Let's just curve it in a bit. That'll look better. Alright, there we are. I did bring enough carpet. Plenty to spare. It's all good. Now, I have my path leading all the way to the Mesa. It's a long-ass distance, made a lot shorter by nether powers. And we're all good. Oh. This isn't my base. That's my base. This is part way. Okay, so we've updated that side. So this is a swamp biome, an end portal drop down chute. This leads off to base, off to Mesa, and this way will lead back to the base. But you know what? This is going to be a faster way back home now. It's always nighttime when I come out of these goddamn portals. Always, I swear down. It's always nighttime. And fast travel? Yup. Oops, I can get that Enderman. Ah. Yes, I broke the bed. Because I use beds. That's fine. It's still a lot closer. I'm not very far away. We got the world markers I made many a stream ago. This is where one mod which adds sleeping bags, which don't change your spawn point. That's a very nice mod. So here we are. See, that was nice and quick. Left the egg on the portal? Yeah, it's not my egg. Dragons. Yeah, I kind of murdered the dragon, but you know, it's not my egg. I'll just leave it there. It's in its natural habitat. Ah. Items acquired. That is a lovely bunch of terracotta right there. And even more in that other one as well. Yep. So, I don't have a terracotta spot designed. So, I think having it in with the other odd stones might be a bit of a mix-up. I'm going to put it in with the stone. Probably spelled that wrong. Oh, no, I spelled it right. Okay, that's cool. It's unlike me. Alright then, let's set up the filter for that. There we are. around the back. It's coalstone, blah, 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 and terracotta. Now I have to be very careful I do this correctly. White terracotta, yellow terracotta, blank terracotta, and orange terracotta. These are the ones I own at the moment. There we go. And now, when I put terracotta into the sorting system, they'll end up in this slice here, which will be brilliant. I think what I'm going to do to start with here is actually I was thinking of putting some blockers in here so that anything terracotta will be forced into the next one up, but there's no way. I don't think I'd have a way to block that to stop the terracotta getting stuck in there. No, I'll just have the slices as they are. It's fine. Right. So let's pour some terracotta into here. General storage sake, I'm going to put the coloured ones in here for now. Oh, I have light grey as well. I didn't put a filter for that. Whoops. Let's go do that. Let's go put in that filterino. Ta-da! I love this sorting system. It's such a brilliant piece. I know I'm not sorting the terracotta automatically right now. I'm doing it manually, but given the amount of terracotta, it's worth doing it this way for now. But it means that in general, I can just sort terracotta into it with ease. That was a lot I picked up. This should do absolutely plenty good work. So I've got, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 9. So that is 45, 48 and a bit stacks. So 48 stacks, that's 3,072 terracotta, which would make a cube less than 15 blocks on a side. Now, isn't that wild to think of? Less than 15 blocks on a side. All of that I've gathered there. That huge double chest of stuff. If I go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This way, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. That's annoying. 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The cube marked by this area, those three axes, that cube, that is bigger than all the terracotta I've just collected. Just that chunk, that block. In fact, it's not even a chunk. A chunk is 16 by 16 by world height. This lump that would fill that area there is more than the terracotta I just obtained. I mean, that's kind of wild. That's a double chest. Near enough. I think a double chest would put it to you just over the 15. Hello, Ray. How you doing? Welcome on in. So the next step of this process is now I need the colours. Now I need to grab all those lovely, lovely colours that make the value of this terracotta. Some of those colours are really easy. Believe it or not, I have some colourful items ready to use. Others are yet more farms. But like, for example, if I go into my organics here, so I've got poppies lying around, and I've got some light blue dye lying around, and we've got some... In fact, you know, I don't need to use the poppies. I've got red dye just waiting for me there. That's brilliant. Let's see. I've got some alliums. Oops, not you. Alliums. So that's going to be some more dye options. I think there might be all the dye bits in there. Now I'm looking at it. Yeah. Well, let's use the ones I've got. Also, I've got in shiny stuff, I should have some lapis. That'll give me some proper blues. There we go. Sorry to hear that, Ray. Hopefully it clears up in short order for you. And we can turn that. We got some purple. Beautiful. Let's see, any other bits here that I don't currently have showing? I think if I grab a bone and ink sac, in fact, let's grab a few of each. We can get some blacks, greys, and all those bits going as well. There we go. So let's grab. Oh yeah, the bone meal needs to turn into white dye. Then it'll unlock. There we are. Light grey dye and grey dye. And we can make pink dye. Oh yeah, look at all those options. Loads of different ways of getting those different colours. It's all good. So now, this gives us access to all of these terracottas. So we've got pink terracotta. And we've got blue terracotta. Purple terracotta. Grab the light grey terracotta. I think I've already got that, but yeah, we got it. Black terracotta. I'm running out of inventory space for all this. Get you out of here, you out of here. Beacon, I'll see you in my inventory for now. You. Let's see, what other terracottas have I not put here so far? Light blue, yep, let's do that. And magenta I don't have so far, there we go. And I've not done the red one, there we are. So that gives me another bunch of colours of terracotta. So you can see now the options which are opening up in front of us in terms of colour choices. Yeah, I did already have the light grey. Oh well. If I bring this out here, we can see a bit of a palette developing. White from bone meal. We already had the white mind. Got terracotta, orange terracotta, light grey terracotta. Pink, blue, purple, black, white, red, magenta, light blue, yellow. I mean, look at this. Already, look at that. We've got ourselves a bit of a palette developing there. We got ourselves a very basic looking colour palette that you'd see in Warframe, really. Now, there are plenty of colours still to add on to this. There'll be green, lime, cyan terracotta. That needs to be added onto here. It's not a huge number of colours missing, but there are those ones, for example. Brown terracotta. Because that one, as much as it is a brown colour, that's black. So there are still bits and pieces to get, but this is why terracotta. Do me a favour, smelt up some magenta glazed terracotta? Sure, let's do that. Let's smelt a few of these so people could see the variety they produce. If I grab unstackables, there it is. Do I have inventory space? I do not. Let's just shove stuff into here for now. We'll sort this out in a moment. There we are. Let's do a light blue. There we go, and we can shove in the magenta. Look at some of these fancy patterns. Look at some of those coming out. There's the magenta. I mean, what even are we supposed to do with that? It is an absolutely hideous block, isn't it? Some of these are truly exotic in appearance. White turns into this thing. I don't know where the rest of the colours came from, but that's what it do. The black one turns into this. We got purple cooking at the moment. The purple one is exceptionally vibrant as well, and you can see how that can tile. Like, these patterns can tile together quite nicely. Got the blue. Lovely little... I think that's like a diamond symbol. Yeah, it's a diamond symbol on it. And then the pink. Yo. So you can see what these things can turn into. I noticed I haven't done normal terracotta. Let's shove that in there. Yep, nothing. Normal terracotta does not bake. Let me just get myself a new thing of lava. There we go. Black is on brand for me. I mean, I'm seeing my brand over here as well, to be quite honest. Because as much as that is Lavos, these are the colours that I use when it comes to my brand, rather than a Warframe. Those are much more my kind of colours. Oh hell. Look at what I'm wearing. You know? Which block do I better match with, eh? Which block do I better match with? The blue? Or the red? The black, even? Well, any of those, aside from the light blue over there. It's a pretty clear indication. Dark blue? I mean, with the black of the shirt, perhaps, yeah. Not with the rest of it. Magenta by far? Yeah, toads. Yeah, definitely the magenta, of course. Very, very much so. Anyway, we don't need to just use that heat just because it's there. Not necessary. But we have these blocks available to us. And that is some beautiful stuff right there. So let's gather up all of those. Let's gather up all of these. Set the additional filters that need to be set. Hello there, Harry. How you doing? Welcome on in. Got a Warframe question? Yeah, go right ahead. Absolutely. Just because you're on Minecraft doesn't mean Warframe's banned. What's your question, soldier? That one's already accounted for. That one's accounted for. That's accounted for. That one is not. You in there. Put that there. Purple's going to need its own spot. Blue is going to need its own spot. There we go. Would Shattering Impact work on Baroque? Badly. Badly. So the waves from Baroque, I don't recall the damage type they are normally, but you normally use the Orbit on Baroque, if I recall, which will change damage type away from Impact. Shattering Impact requires Impact damage to be present in order to do anything. So I don't think that Baroque is going to give you anything you're really looking for there. Red is non-present. Let's do this. And then, did I not smelt yellow? I don't think I smelted yellow. Okay. We can come back to that. Pink is this one. There we go. Now think about it, that normal terracotta should probably move out of the way. It's going to break the pattern. Yeah, let's do this. That'll work for now. So yeah, I need to smelt yellow, put that into there as well. Orange needs to be smelted. Let's start lighting this up. Orange and yellow need to be smelted. Light grey needs to be smelted. Purple needs to be represented. There we go. Light blue. There it is. It vanished from my vision. And that might be that. What are you? Magenta. Have I not put magenta in the listings? No, I have not. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, I just need to smelt up these 3. And then use that to fill in the filter spots for those as well. I don't expect to need to filter that much, but it's better to have it than not need it, rather than need it and not have it. Oh yes. Let's grab those 3. We can also see what funky designs they have as well. The yellow one becomes this, which will give a nice floral pattern. Light grey becomes this odd looking thing, which again can make for a lovely tile pattern. It's got a hint of colour in there, which is enough to make it interesting. And then orange really does go a little bit wild there. And again, you can see how that can tile with itself into a 4-part piece in different directions. There need to be some right funky blocks to use. That's why I wanted to go get the terracotta all this time, because they offer so many opportunities for very interesting designs. Light grey feels very science. Yeah, I think this block is probably the closest to skin block for me. We think about it. Like, the blue is off, I'll give you that much. But in terms of overall vibe, it's very close. It's very close. The blue is just wrong is all. Yeah. And if we go, I don't have a cave, so whatever. Face suit! In case you need to be protected in unfamiliar terrain, of course. With a very Minecraft pixel cup and spanner on the shoulder there. It's 4 pixels by 3 pixels. It's not exactly a lot of space for me to work with, but it is there. But we don't need that on. We aren't in space. There we are. Alright then. Let's grab you. I hope it doesn't fall in the system. Fill in the blanks. So grey. Yep, that's you. Light grey even. Did we do normal grey if I've done light grey? Huh. Did I just miss that one? Okay. Glazed terracotta has to be used carefully, and that's why a lot of people don't like it, because they can't think how to carefully use it, but it has definitely got its place. It's just very, very funky. Yeah, so I don't think I actually did the light grey. I must have run out of terracotta when putting it all together. Light grey, there we go. No, not light grey. Grey! I've got light grey. It was grey I needed, wasn't it? Was it? Yeah, God's sakes. I had the same mistake. Grey dye, there we are. Grey terracotta, that one's new to us. We put it in the heat that is still remaining in this furnace. Those lava buckets really do go on for a bit. From Shezbot, another Warframe message. Since we have a lot of arcanes that require an element to be present on the weapons build, I feel like equipping a purple arc on Shard primary damage may not be a go-to. Sure. Was it a go-to? Here's the grey one. And that one can certainly fit into some darker themes. But you can see some of the blocks that could kind of work with just here. And maybe into more of your deep slate variants of that. Yes. Let's set up the filter for those as well. That goes into here. That goes into here. And the filters are set. At least for every bit of terracotta I can currently make. So, at some point, not right now because it's going to be a bit of an ordeal to really do, but at some point I'm going to have to come up with a design for this area. And with the terracotta I've acquired, I should be able to create some interesting walls, terrain, not terrain, but walls and facade to give the apartment block here shape. Now, I don't know how far the blocks I've gathered are going to go, to be quite honest. If, say, 30 blocks there, 30 blocks there... Actually, it's on this side. So 30 blocks by 30 blocks. And then height to it, and number of walls. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 walls with some partitions. Let's count it for equivalent of like 6 walls interior. So 30 by 6 is 180. I had like 3,000 blocks. That gives me roughly 16 blocks of height upwards. And 16 is a pretty decent height. Like, if we get 5 blocks per floor, that would get me 3 floors. So I could probably spec something together in this area, using the blocks I've gathered, to get 3 floors of this apartment idea set up. And that should do the trick of what I'm looking for. Yeah. So 3 floors in the layout there. So, with that in mind, I want to consider what else might be required for this. We've got villagers, we'll be getting them into places. I could try getting ideas to where they could sit and lay out, but again, that's all going to be a bit of a process right now. And I'm very aware of the fact we do not have a bit of a process time left. So instead, let's return to our beginnings and at least fix up the stuff that has become very, very used. That definitely needs some fixing. And I know just the place. No clay bricks. So I could use brick in amongst it as well, absolutely. It's an option. The palette can be very diverse. It doesn't have to be just terracotta, but terracotta to me is a crucial element to making a vibrant and positive looking space there. That to me is very important to it. Just gonna coast in this direction for a bit. I think I'm coasting in the right direction. Here we are. Oh, well, there was a shulker box here. What's in this one? Oh, here's some gold I got earlier. Okay, well, that's nice. I could very easily feed that into here if I need these resources, which, you know, could get me blackstone. That could be very helpful for the build. Crying obsidian, not as much, but certainly blackstone could go a long way in any kind of build up there, yeah. Probably just that. Maybe nether brick could be incorporated. Unlikely. Right now, I need XP. Actually, we did the reveal earlier. Let's just fly up. Ow. That's fine. Close enough. Close enough. One upgraded gear to netherite doesn't really provide much of an improvement, to be honest with you. It's not much of a game changer for all the efforts involved, so I'm just sticking with this for now. I do have my biome, thank goodness for that. Okay, let's get this started. I've got hostile mob sounds turned off because otherwise this would get very noisy very quickly. Keep those off for now and just enjoy the dings. Why does Caliban take 12 Orokin cells? Because he's not of Orokin-ish design, really. So needed to make up for that somehow. I guess. There we are. It's not the best XP farm, but the silly pad is almost fully fixed already. Lily pads. I can't even remember why I needed lily pads. I genuinely cannot remember why there was an audio with lily pads right early on in this world, but there was. Goodbye to that enchanted sword. No, I picked up one. Ugh. Be gone, foul beast. Be gone. Actually, you know what? Aha! I am immune to your stupid swording ways. Oh, that poor chicken. Did y'all see that? That poor thing just back there spawned on a chicken and the chicken instantly perishes. Wow. Brutal. And we have another wave of them coming in. You can definitely see there is room for improvement in this farm, and that improvement is pretty much just more spawning locations. More locations means more piglins means faster rates. But it's the only thing this farm really needs now. Wasn't I looking for a lead pad for ages? I think I was, hence the name Silly Pad on the wings. Also, fun fact, the end portal is in a swamp biome, which is quite possibly connected to the naming again on that. There we are. Everything is all fixed up. We can just close off the farm now. We don't need any more of that. What the? How? How? How is this here? How? But it doesn't match. I have item filters. Look. I'm going to walk you through it, because if I walk you through it, I can find the issue at the same time. So, hopper chain number 1 comes out through here, it comes across here, along here, towards this. Same happens with these. Isn't that the one I threw? I certainly... No, it was an enchanted one, anyway. And if I go up here, there it is. So the one I threw is right there, so it's not that. So anything that interacts with these hoppers, any of these hoppers, or these hoppers, any of these, all of them come into this system. Which means they're all flowing across this way. Now, in order for them to come down, they need to go through the filters. And you notice every single filter is set. There is no room for things to go through the filters if they do not match the filters. So these hoppers can only pull items down if it matches the filter. And if they don't get into this hopper, then they have to go across. Below that then is just these hoppers which grab items and send them further through the system. That's just how they operate. And finally, into the actual chests themselves. Now, I think this is a slightly leaky design with the way I've made it, that these lock up along the way. Yeah, not leaky, slightly sluggish design, but that's fine. I don't mind about that. Stuff ends up in there eventually. A couple items per slice is no cost to me. This! The only way this could get here is if I put it there, but we came here earlier. I opened this very chest and showed there were no gold bars, showing that they were still building up in that. So there is no functional or conceivable way that I can see for a gold sword to go to there, then down here, here, and into here. That shouldn't be possible. This is an impossible sword. I'm gonna throw it out. How dare. Stupid frickin' Minecraft doing frickin' Minecraft things. Alright, let's gather up all this. Just the nuggets. Oops. And I have more nuggets than I expected. Okay. There we go. And the actual ingots from there. Okie dokie. Split across 3. Split across 3. There we go. 25 for each of the pigmen downstairs. Carefully does it so I don't go splat. What the? Ha! This block. This block right here. I put all my wood away. God damn it. Fine, I'll use the gold. There. Now you can't spawn on that block, you little... Screw you, and screw you. Fucking... Screw you. I just... Whatever. And screw you too. Oh dear, this game really sometimes, I don't understand. Anyway, so, 25 into there, 25 into there, 25 into there. Set it running. And they get to trading. It's a beautiful system. I still have no idea how that sword got there, though. No explanation on that one. Because it's not like a sword could have fallen into those hoppers. There is nowhere for that sword to have come from. That's gonna bug me. There's no way I can replay back the blocks and mechanics to figure out what happened. It's just inexplicable. I will never be able to explain that one. Unless someone goes back through the VOD and finds where I put it in there and then have a dimension moment, maybe. Maybe the chest crafted the sword. Where would it get the sticks? Eh? Where would it get the sticks? Makes no sense. Looks like a problem for Future Ken. Looks like a problem for No Ken. These are kinds of problems that I file as impractical. Put it away. Absolutely not dealing with. But you can see this just generates now some varied resources. Yeah, ourselves quartz coming in, grey obsidian, all these bits and pieces, all of them in some way helpful to me. Okay, the potions, I don't really need that much fire resistance. The boots really not that much of an importance to me. The bucks are basically much the same. Once you got Soul Speed 3, you got Soul Speed 3, but hey, if I die and lose the boots, I can get it back. The pearls I have a cleric for. String I have a farm for. Iron I have a farm for. So a lot of that is actually not quite so useful, granted. Fire charges, who even? Yeah. Took the slab spawn proofing block, turned it into a stick, and then used a gold craft sword. Sure. Sure. And all of that up there is made because of my bamboo farm as well. To have the materials to be able to set up another platform without having to go chop down a billion forests worth of stuff. Because that would just be effort. Alright, let's get rid of this thing. Whoa, okay! They always catch me off guard with that. And I don't have my shield on me. Nope. There we are. How many go over here? All traded? Yeah, they're all out. Cool. But yeah, a few bunch of items, bunch of XP, fix up my stuff. We got terracotta. This has been a darn good run. I realise my timing is slightly off today. It's unfortunate, but it's all good. I'm just not going to use the brush for much stuff. I don't have a reason to. I should probably bring this shulker box back in, because it's got my axe and shovel and a whole bunch of gold. I really need this back into the loop of stuff. There we are. Right. Let's go drop off the terracottas. So the question is then, to all y'all here at the moment, when I next do a Minecraft stream, which is going to be more than a week away from now, it's not going to be just next Friday, but when I next do a Minecraft stream, what would you like to see be the next development in the Flower Valley? Do you want the apartment block for the villagers built up, or something different? What would you prefer? Why is it always always nighttime when I come out of these goddamn portals. Every time! You've seen it throughout this stream. Unless I've very quickly gone in and out of a portal, it's always nighttime. Mad. Right, so let's put these in for sorting. There we go. Shove that in as well. Don't need to be holding onto it. Don't need to hold onto that. Compass back. Oh, not you. Compass back into here. Those bits don't need to be in there. That doesn't need to be in there. That doesn't need to be in there. Leave the rest of you in. Yeah, that'll be fine. What is in this one? Oh, yeah, it's that one. Derp. Let's grab you out. This shulker doesn't need to be filled with just random crap like this. Let's clean it up. There we are. Clean shulker on the side. That needs to come out of there for now. I need to fill this up with some more rockets. It's a curse can? Yeah. Certainly something, isn't it? Yeah, that's just a Chinese box. That can go into here. Put all these extra items in now. So terracotta, gold, those bits, that can go in, this, that. Yep, that's all fine. In you go, in you go, in you go. Yup. Chest plate needs to be in the Chinese box, because we don't usually use a chest plate. And making progress in general. Right, let's go set up the beacon again. That needs to go back into position. I know I could just leave it unpacked, but I like having the beacon here. It just feels right. I don't have a way to turn it on. Be right back. Up we go. Do, 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 do. Always forget the piece to turn on the bloody beacon. It's gone through the system. I'll just grab it from shiny stuff. There we go. Minecraft always a comfy game where you can make progress. Exactly, yeah. Very few RNG elements to just get stuck on. It's mostly just do. Actively go out and do. Alright, glad there's no monster that spawned down here. I didn't think about that when I dug it out. It does take a moment to actually construct a beacon, so that is a thing we have to navigate. But it's all good. Have you all managed to claim your capes by now? I'd be surprised if there's many people watching right now who haven't watched that 15 minutes, so just making sure, have you all been able to claim it? Did you hear an explosion? There's not been an explosion here, no? Are you okay? Are you in trouble, Miralabe? Is there an explosion by you IRL? Oh, it's deceptive just how much this takes. Oh, where's my... And we need the beacon ready. Lost. I was on the wrong side. There we go. And mining boosted. Beautiful. There we are. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I can harvest this at some point. I need to set up an auto harvester on this as well. Because this stuff is nice. Also, fun facts are something you can do with these. Is this. If you ever want a crystalline noise machine, you can set off fireworks to go off underneath these blocks. Make that. And there is a very particular noise machine you can make with that. If you dig underground a 2x2 by 3 area, you can set up then a what's it called? Yeah, in the ground you put a dispenser with a pressure plate on top of it, and then just 3 blocks around it of not dispensers. You don't even need a 2x2 area. You can have a 2x1 if you really want, but 2x2 is a good size for it. 2x2 area, dispenser, pressure plate, and then above that you have one of those amethyst blocks. The rest of the blocks doesn't matter what they are. In that gap, you put a chicken. The chicken will aimlessly wander around in the 2x2 area, and every now and then the chicken will stand on the pressure plate, and in the dispenser you put a whole bunch of fireworks. The firework shoots up into the block above, creating that wind chime super jingle. Randomly, sporadically, sometimes with prolonged pauses if the chicken lays an egg on the pressure plate. But from time to time, just from time to time like that. And you can set up a few of those around your friend's base, and it'll take them a while to figure out where the sound's coming from. Want duration 3? I mean, you could go for duration 3, but if you keep the sound short enough, it means it'll take them longer to figure out where it's coming from. Just that little bit longer to have them go, what's causing it so randomly? Where is it happening? Because they'll listen for it, and there'll be nothing. Because the chicken will just be stood. Might be on the pressure plate, might not be. Just there, chilling. And after a while, they'll give up, and then they'll do it again. Or it'll do it from another spot because you set up 5 of them throughout their base. There are various things you could do on that side. Various things. You could even have it set up to things like this could trigger it. Because this carpet here, this carpet looks nice and normal. It's just a carpet. I've got a few stacked carpets there. If your friend has just a few stacked carpets in places, or just carpeted places, one thing you can do with those carpets to set up the trigger for this kind of thing as well, which will again have them going, why is this happening? Is you grab one of the things I do not currently own. Bollocks. You grab a redstone ore. When you interact with redstone ore, such as walking on it, I believe walking on it activates it, it lights up. Only a little bit, but it lights up, and this is detectable by an observer. Said observer can be linked to whatever redstone line to get it far enough away from the door they don't realise. You might even connect it to a repeater line to delay it. So they'll go through, and then it's counting, but they're just doing their stuff, and then after a few seconds, then it goes off. Like, why is there this sound out here? Who did that? Who did that? And then one goes off over there because they've just run across the carpet. There are so many different ways you could go with this to just absolutely flummox them. With just rockets and amethyst. It's pointless and silly and fun, and that's what's great about it. Speaking of rockets, I am a little bit low on my supply right now. Do I have any rockets stored over here? I don't think I do. No, but I do have gunpowder. So we can take that gunpowder. And we can take this right here. I don't know how much I need, so I'm just going to grab some. Oh yeah, have them on different triggers and different reasons to really confuse your friend, of course. Yeah, I didn't need that much paper. Oh well, it's fine. There we are. Now I've got more rockets in the stash. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Plenty of rockets now. Sorter's still working. So I'm going to put this in manually. Just to speed things up a little bit. Yeah. Another one's keeping a parrot and a creeper next to each other. True, you can do that. Not really sure why you'd need to, but yeah, you could absolutely do that as well. Parrot imitates creeper noises? Oh, I see, I see. So you just get the occasional hiss. I mean, you can go further than that now, Solomir. There has been a change on that. I don't think I have anything I can demonstrate with. Yeah, because how do you... For demonstration purposes, I'm going to cheat this in and then get rid of it. Just for demo purposes. In fact, no, I'll just go to a test world. I'll show you what I mean. Let's leave out of this and let me show you. You could do something in vanilla even more wicked than that now, Solomir. Just have ourselves some daytime, shall we? Okie dokie. So, we can grab ourselves a note block. We have our redstone. We have our button. All those good bits and pieces. You might be familiar with this, Solomir, already. Just good old... Makes a sound, right? Very normal stuff. Now, why would I show you that, Solomir? Why would I show you that? Mob heads on top of note blocks causes the note block to make that sound. And you can get a variety of different ones for a variety of different reasons, including... You can absolutely do that. And set that up to your wandering chicken. Or any of the other mob heads you might come across some way, somehow. Yeah. Just now there's a skeleton somewhere in their base. They think they've lit it all up and they just can't find this one skeleton. You can also use this for good. Imagine you set this up to your automatic door. So you can have just a bunch of these. Say, we go... Let's go like this. Let's grab like show. Didn't want to break you. Then we continue and continue and continue. There we are. And you could very easily have something like this. Set up along the way. And now, having done this, and we added a little bit of delay. Ta-da! Absolutely brilliant stuff. You can have that kind of sound effect. You can combine them together in some ways, various bits and pieces. You have yourself a very stone scraping sound for an automatic door to match with. It's beautiful. Show you, I think I recognise your logo from YouTube. Do you do command stuff? No, I do YouTube stuff for Warframe, a completely different game. You'll find that I have basically no Minecraft content on YouTube. This is a variety day rather than a a mainstay of what I do. Yeah, they did revert the piston change, which is actually for the best, Penguin. But you can still use this in other locations as well. I mean, you could have it where when your minecart comes around one of your industrial systems picking up items, have it set to trigger detector rails to make these noises as it goes through as well. As it makes its way along, and you just have those sounds popping off. It would just add to the ambience of your fancy setups. Obviously, that would mean getting wither skeleton skulls and putting them on note blocks, which is maybe a little bit more expensive than some people's taste might include. Very much a consideration. But you could absolutely set that up. Oh, yes, indeed. Anyway, that is all of that dabbling for today. We have found a Mesa. Of all the things to be a success, a challenge in itself, and then a success, that wasn't what I expected, but we have finally got there. Got a whole bunch of terracotta, got the filters set up, some more colours to get, but the main thing is, it is there. So, in the future, we can get those villager apartments. I do hope you have enjoyed today's stream. It's been a wonderful, chill one, as ever, when it comes to Minecraft streams. That is all that we have got time for, unfortunately, today. Got the fancy stone? We have indeed got the fancy stone. Oh, yes, indeed. So I'll be live again on Sunday with some more good old Warframe. But in the meantime, I hope you all have yourselves the best of weekend you can have. In the meantime, be your very best selves. I'll see you on Sunday. Bye-bye for now. I was really expecting the Minecraft menu music to kick in sooner than this.